I understand empaths, chosen ones. These narcissists in question are bound by a contract with the devil. They're bound by it. You understand that they've partaken in a route of destroying people, of bringing and inflicting suffering and torment into people's lives, of gaslighting individuals and turning them crazy to make them think they're insane. They've indulged in such demonic activity that they're bound by this contract. Now, whether they consciously know they're in a covenant and a contract with the devil himself, or they're unconsciously doing it, either way, they're bound by this contract, and they understand the severe ramifications and implications that they understand the severe implications and ramifications that this behavior has resulted them in, right? And they can't turn their heels on that, right? Because if they turn their heels on what they've done and they try and repent and try and walk towards the light side, away from the darkness, they have to also take back everything they've done. So it leaves them very exposed. So they find themselves in a pattern of behavior, continuously bound by this contract, and to keep trying to attempt to bring torment into the lives of others. This is what they continue to do. So whoever they get in contact with, they take satisfaction of trying to inflict destruction. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds at a time. Thank you. But these individuals, by being bound by this, it's very hard for them to turn back on it. How can they turn back on it? Think about it. They've caused all this destruction. They've caused all this pain, all this torment. They've totally destroyed individuals. How can they turn back on themselves? Can't, because they're wired and programmed to have these demonic tendencies. This is how they function. This is how they survive. This is how they thrive. This is what satisfies them. They're satisfied of bringing the destruction to the lives of others. So when you take this into account, that you're faced with someone that's in a contract with the demonic realm, some of them consciously take this oath. Some of them indulge in dark arts and black magic and actually full out sell their soul to Satan. They make a contract and they do that. And they consciously do this. The awakened narcissists. But most narcissists they're not awake yet. They haven't had the realization of who they are. After encountering an empath or a chosen one, they usually wake up to the fact that they are narcissists. Some of them try and seek help, but you can't really change it. But what you have to understand is, when you're dealing with an individual that's made this covenant, made this contract, consciously or unconsciously, you're never going to be able to get what you want from those individuals. You're never going to be able to speak in civil terms and have a civil relationship in a friendship, family member, or relationship partner. You're never going to be able to do this. It's never going to work out for you, you know? And this is where we sometimes, through our own good nature, our own empathetic abilities, we start to see the best in them. As much as they've done wrong, we always see the best in them. We always look at it in a good light. But you have to understand that there's nothing that can change these individuals unless we replace their entire circuitry. Yeah. Add the touch in the brain where they're devoid of empathy into their brains. Reprogram them. How are we going to do that? You know? They take satisfaction off being demonic, off demonic traits. They take satisfaction off it. They're very sadistic. They take satisfaction off this because they're in this contract. And this contract is being bound by spirits. They're bound by spirits and plagued by spirits from the demonic realm that influence all angles of their life. They experience whispers. They experience temptation. They experience all of this stuff for them to indulge in. This is what they indulge in, you know. So one of us is going to sit there with some ice cream, or we're going to have something to eat, or we're going to indulge in something. These lot indulge in sadistic activities like plotting terror, like sadistic plans, you know. When you see these stories on the news about a partner poisoned, or you see them on those crime programs and stuff like that, and the partner took out an insurance policy on their spouse, and they're basically a narcissist, and they try and poison them, they try and kill them. This is the sort of twisted stuff further on the spectrum where you get into the psychopathic side of things and stuff like that. That these lot this is what they function on. They function on the same wavelengths as those potential murderers and stuff like that do this stuff. That they're on the same frequency as that. That's what they're tuned into, you know. That's what they're tuned into. So you just have to look for the signs when you're dealing with these individuals, because we've made a contract and a covenant with God or the universe, and we've made that covenant, you know. We go through life and we offer our best service to the world. We try to bring our own unique touch, and we try and bring good to the world. They don't do that. They do the opposite. They bring destruction. They bring terror. They want to install fear. They want to make your life as unpleasant and unbearable as possible. But what I'm saying is like, what happens during the discards and stuff is or during the course of the relationship, they grind you down to such a point where you don't see nothing but them. And this is part of their demonic plan. It's chipping away every part of you. It's trying to chip you away to become nothing. And they get us to that breaking point. But as empaths and chosen people, we always bounce back from it. But we've got to look at the severe devastation they caused upon us, you know. They've wasted a crucial amount of time. We can't regret what's happened. We have to trust in the plan of God, or trust in the plan of the universe, that it's their decree that they've put this in our life for a blessing. We can see that. We know karma is coming back for them. But we have to see that there was severe time wasting and severe devastation that was affected in our lives through the contract with the spiritual realm and these demonic entities that influence these individuals. Yeah, everyone blames their childhood. People blame what happened to them as a child, but nothing's been factually proven in science or psychology or whatever to say that someone's childhood makes them a psychopath or makes them a narcissist. It's a theory, but it's not a law. It's not yet been proven, and it's not a law. It's not something that's factually proven. It's a theory, and I understand the side of it, but on the flip side, you have people that endure the worst childhoods, and they go around and they become something where they actually help individuals like themselves, you know. They actually, in their adult life, they actually turn things around and actually start helping people that have been through a similar situation they have, and they don't let what happens to them define them.